class of commander's office ehofisini lika General Lishabane ngathola uGeneral wasefuna uBrigadier Gininda wathi uBrigadier Gininda wamtshela ukuthi angeke akwazi ukuthi afike emhlanganweni wasecela ukuthi umhlangano udluliselwe ulanga elilandelayo olwalungumhla 13 November 2019 and then wasesho ukuthi ucela ukuthi umhlangano ube sendaweni yase Captain Park. Emva kokukhuluma efonini noBrigadier Gininda wasengibuza ukuthi uBrigadier Gininda yena wathola phi lo lwazi olumayelana nokubulawa kukaSenzomiwa. Ngase ngamtshela ukuthi imina ngamnika lolo lwazi lolo. Waseyangicela ukuthi ngingasaqhubeki ngabelane ngolwazi naye ngoba wayefuna ukuthi uBrigadier Gininda ehluleke ukuqhubekela phambili and angalitholi futhi ulwazi.
Thank you, Brigadier. I want to clarify on line number 3, wherein the witness said, Brigadier promised me that he will follow up the information and do his investigation. When you said this to Constable Zongo, it was because of the information he had given you regarding the commission of the offense in this case. Am I correct?
Nokwenza uphenyo nokubheka lokulandelela lolwazi aluthoye kongenxa yokuthi ke yena wayekhulume nawe mayelana nalesi senzo.
My Lord, this is not me saying this. This is Constable Zongo saying what is contained here.
Mina ke bantu okusho lokhu Constable Zongo osho lokhu.
I've indicated, my Lord, that the information that he brought, insofar as the first engagement when I received a call from the National Commission, was to this extent. There is someone who's got information about the death of Senzomiwa. Then I asked that person must remain in the office. Went to the National Commissioner's office back then in 2019, my Lord. Met Constable Zongo. The name of the father came up, and that led us to meeting again on the 13th of November 2019. That is the sequence of the event, Lord, up to the time when the father made a statement.
Nje isenze ukuthi ngahlangana naye ngase kuvela ukuthi ulwazi olubanzi mayelana nalesi sendlo ngase ngithi masengihlangane naye ngacela ukuthi sisikhulumisane naye ngacela ukuthi sibe nomhlangano lokwenza ngomhla 13 November 2019.
I hear you, Brigadier, but my concern here, because he is referring you, the witness is referring to yourself, to having met with yourself, and you said you'll follow up on the information. So my question is that from your first time when you met with Constable Zongo, as per this paragraph, you said to him you will investigate the information that he has given to you. And then my question is, you said you'll follow up on the information regarding the occurrence or regarding the commission of this case. Or it was going to be a follow-up on something else. That's why I need clarity on.
What sentence is there? Perhaps let's read the sentence in its right context, my Lord, so that we don't talk on cross purposes, my Lord.
Okay, the second line says, I shared on paragraph 15, I shared with him the information, and I met with Brigadier Gininda, then a colonel. I shared with him the information and the knowledge I have about the suspects involved in the murder of Senzomiwa.
Yes, my Lord, and I agree. The information he shared with me was in relation to accused 1 and 2, because he came and he said 1 and 2 at the beginning, then the father comes in, and then I said, please arrange that I get your father, because I need to obtain a statement from him.
Okay. Yebo ngoba ngathi wangitshela phela ukuthi yena nolwazi oluthize analo manje nomsolo oqala nomsolo osibili wasephinda engitshela ngoba bakhe ngase ngiyafisa ukuthi ngihlangane naye baba wakhe futhi.
Oh, okay. No, thank you. Thank you for the answer. I just wanted clarity on that information. So it's clear now that the first information was about accused 1 and 2. Then let's move on to paragraph 16 now on the 13th November 2019.
On the 13th November 2019, I met with Brigadier at the Kempton Park. He was in the company of Brigadier Tony, who he has identified, whom he has identified, or who he identified him as his colleague. In that meeting, Brigadier Keninda, because it was clear that the officers were doing investigation on the information I gave. I was also asked to identify one of my parents or senior relatives who can confirm my relation with the suspect, as I have indicated that I come from the same area with them. I identify my father as the person who can confirm my relationship with the suspect. Subsequent to my meeting with the two officers, I met General Shabane, who asked me how did the meeting go. I informed him that I decided to tell Brigadier all the information I have about the murder of Meyiwa, despite his warning that I should not share the information with the Brigadier. I could see that the General was not happy about my response.
13 November 2019, ngahlangana noBrigadier eKempton Park. Wayehamba noBrigadier Tony owamethula ndongo ngasebenza naye. Kulo mhlangano leyo base bengibuza kabanzana ngalabantu ababili base bengibuza kabanzana ngalolwazi engalunika uBrigadier Keninda. Ngase ngiphinda ngiyabanika lolwazi engangenalo ngoba kwakubonakala ukuthi laba ababili biyaphenya lecala futhi nalolwazi engibanika. Ngase ke ngibuza ngicela ukuthi ke ngiveze omunye wabazali noma omunye oyisihlobo sami osekhulile ngaletha isiqiniseko sokuthi yini ubuhlobo bami babesenvele ngaqinisekisa lamaphoyisa amabili ngahlangana no-General Shabane wangibuza ukuthi umhlangano.
It's in relation to the first visit. Subsequent to that visit, efforts are made to find his father. We meet later in the year with Brigadier Perumalu, ask him questions, but it's a follow-up of what he already gave me. So the information he's referring to is what he gave me. That they didn't change my lord until such time when I obtained statements from Sifiso Zungu, subsequently Makosonke, and then his name cropped up. That's when I went back to him and said, you were present at Basuchino Hostel. You didn't disclose this part. Out of that engagement, my lord, that's what led to this statement being made, and the reasons given to him that he was scared, and he gave me the reasons, my lord, as to what happened. Some of the reasons that have been read here, you know, his engagement with the reservation, why he was scared, and how he was treated with the police. But at this stage, on the 13th of November, none of the information came from him in relation to this statement. It was insofar as the follow-up of his father, and then subsequently the meeting took place on the 17th of November, my lord.
Njengoba sengichazile ukuthi konke angitshela wona wangangitsheli ngabo bonke abasolwa. Wangathi ngahlangana naye uqala noBrigadier Perumalu, and ulwazi anginika lona alizange lushintshe. Emva kwaloko ke ngaphinde ngayohlangana naye la ngitshela khona nguyise. Lapho ke wangitshela ukuthi ke futhi ke yini indaba engazange akuveze naloko okunye. Usengitshela ukuthi cha ukuthi nje wayethukile, lokho kungeke kwase kugcine sekuvela emva la esahlangana khona mhla ka-13 kuNovemba. akungekona ukuthi kulivela ulwazi olusha.
So, in essence, my lord, the statement would have been taken from him if he gave a direct information implicating the accused. So, as I said, it was a follow-up of the father, and on that date, the 13th of November, a follow-up meeting was arranged for the 17th of November, and indeed, it is him. What is paramount, my lord, in this whole thing is that it is Constable Zungu who came to the office of the National Commissioner on his own. So for me, there was interest for him to see Justice Tan because he's the one who came. No one pushed him. He came on his own when I first met him. The second meeting, we met him with Brigadier Perumal. He was still cooperative. Third meeting where he brought the father, it is him who brought the father to the office of the National Commissioner. And then subsequently, when then his name came up and he was confronted, he then gave reasons. I had no reason to doubt him. And then he said, look, let me tell you the truth of what I recall. And then the statement was taken, my lord.
As far as ubhekisiseni ukuthi Constable wazizela ehhovisi lethu and futhi ke ukuthi ila esahlangana khona naye kwathi emva kwaloko ke sesihlangana naye no Brigadier Perumal nokwesithathu ke ila aletha khona uyise ukuthi eze lapha ehhovisi okwesiningi ila esamvezela khona ukuthi igama lakhe liyavela umesho masimchazela ngaloko ila yafika sitshela khona ukuthi yebo uyavuma ukuthi kukhona olunye ulwazi abengaluvezanga ngoba wayesajusile.
Thank you, Brigadier. I just wanted to get clarity to say if Constable Zungu says I gave all the information at my disposal, but that information at his disposal at that stage did not include the information about accused number 5 being a suspect in this matter.
No, my lord. You see, that is why I said, you see, this is a danger now of trying to interpret someone's statement, because now it's Constable Zungu who said this, my lord. Nowhere in my meeting, my lord, did he even include accused number 3, not only 5, 3, 4, 5. It was at a later stage where he brought him in. I'm indicating the chain of events and what I understood up to the time when the father's statement was taken, my lord.
Umsolo wesihlanu akazange amveze umbuzo uthi yini uyabona yini ukuthi akazange amveze umsolo wesihlanu njengomsolwa wathi uZungu kwasitshela konke kodwa engamvezile umsolo wesithathu nowesihlanu lokho kwavela owasitshele khona kakhulu kana wasitshele ngoyise.
Besides telling you about the elders or his father and those senior relatives who can confirm the relationship with the suspects, did Constable Zungu tell you anything about Gwabini and Makosonke?
Manje wanitshela ngaphandle ukuthi antshele ngegama lika Yesu owayezoveza ubudlelwane bakhe nalabasona wanitshela khona inantshela kona ngoGwabini noMakosonke.
I don't recall, my lord. As I'm saying, my lord, the meeting was about the follow-up of his father. That was the topic. That was the purpose of the meeting. That was it. It wasn't about who did what, who was. It was simply the fact that he then said, I've managed to convince my father. We can then meet my father, and subsequent to that, the meeting was arranged. Brigadier Perumal, because it was the first time he met him, asked him some few questions in terms of the knowledge that he had, and I think that's what he's referring to. But it was a passage, a way through to his father.
Angikhumbuli ekusho lokho ngoba umhlangano wonke wawukuthi sizwe ukuthi uhambe wafika phi nokuthi athole ubaba wakhe nokuthi azameke ukutshela ubaba wakhe nokuthi akwazi umthola ukuthi eze la. Uyebo Brigadier Perumal wambiza eminye imibuzo kodwa ke inhloso ukuthi abe lapha kwawukuthi sizwisise kakhulukazi ngoyise.
Do I also understand it correctly, Brigadier, to say in your meeting or in your engagement with Constable Zungu as per paragraph 15, which was the first time, and also on the 13th of November, which was the second time, Constable Zungu never mentioned suspect number 5, accused number 5 as the suspect on these two interviews or consultation or engagement?
Qiniso yena ukuthi kuhlanganene kwenu nomsola no Constable Zungu njengoba kuvela lapha ngoparagraph 15 futhi na umhla 13 kuNovember akazange asho lutho ngomsolwa wesihlanu.
My Lord, the engagements were about the father, as I've indicated. The information he received from his father, and he was bringing that information to us, my Lord.
Njengoba sengishilo umhlangano ofuna ukukhuluma noxoxa ngobaba wakhe and hello.
Okay. Then let's move on to paragraph 17, Brigadier.
On the 18th November 2019, around 07:13, I walked to the spaza shop in my area at Tembisa. I noticed a silver brown Corolla parked a few meters away to the place of my residence. As I was passing by the vehicle, I saw these 3 occupants, whom one is known to me as Nkazimulo Ntuli, who is related to Muzi Sibiya and Nkani Sifokuhle Ntuli. I managed to see Nkazimulo because he was sitting at the back and the window where he was seated was open. I proceeded to the shop and bought a cigarette. When I walked back from the shop, as I was passing by the same vehicle, Nkazimulo extended his hand holding a firearm and pointed it towards my direction. The firearm was a pistol, black in color. I could see he was trying to aim and shoot at me, and I started to run away towards the direction of the shop and jumped into people's yard until I got home. I was not in possession of my service pistol. I went home and took my pistol. When I went out to confront them, the vehicle was no longer there.
Umhla 18 November 2019 isikhathi ko-7:13 ubusuku ekuseni ngahamba ngaya eSpaza esiseduze nala engihlala khona eThembisa. Ngase ngibona iCorolla eyombala osilver brown ipake eduze na le ndawo la engangihlala kuyona. Ngithe ngidlula lapho emotweni ngabona abantu abathathu emotweni, ngabona ukuthi omunye wabo wayazi ngangimazi ukuthi kwakungazimulo Ntuli ohlobene noMuzi Sibiya noNkani Sifiso Kuhle Ntuli. Ngakwazi nokubona nokuthi uNkazimulo lona ngoba wayehleli ngemuva emotweni and futhi ke ifestel lakhe lalivuliwe. Ngase ngiyadlula ngesitolo ngathenga usikileti. Uma sengibuya esitolo sengidlula futhi kuleyo moto, uNkazimulo walula isandla sakhe esesiphethe isibhamu esikhombeka imina. Isibhamu leso kwakuhlobo lalezo ibhamu ezincane esimnyama umbala. Ngiyabona ukuthi wayezama ukuthi akhombe mina and futhi angidubule. Ngase ngiqala ngibalekela ngiya le ngasesitolo. Ngase ngeqa ingcingo ngene emajalidini abantu ngaze ngiyofika ekhaya. Ngangingenaso isibhamu sami somsebenzi ngaleso sikhathi. Ngaya ekhaya ngathatha isibhamu sami. Ngathi mase ngiphindele emuva ngithi ngiyobafuna ngathola ukuthi imoto ayisekho.
My question to you, Brigadier, is that did you ask Constable Zungu if he reported this matter to the police because he was being pointed out by the firearm by the person whom he was able to identify as Nkazimulo Ntuli?
Wambuza yini warrant officer Zungu ukuthi wakubika yini lokho emaphoyiseni ngoba ekhonjwa isibhamu umuntu ayemazi ukuthi uNkazimulo.
My Lord, so when this incident happened, he did phone me then on the 18th.
Manje kuma kwenzeka lokho wangifonela ngomhla 18
to inform me of such, because it was just a day after he brought his father to our office for the obtaining of this father's statement.
Echazela ukuthi kwenzeni ngoba kwakusuku lelo ayelethe uyise emahhovisi ukuthi azokhulumisana naye.
And I asked him then, my lord, I advised him to go and open a case at the local police station since he knows the suspects, so that the matter can be investigated.
Ngase ngimtshela ukuthi ke akahambe emva ukuthi angitshele ngalokho ukuthi amtshela ukuthi akahambe ukubika emaphoyiseni ngoba uyamazi umsolo.
Yes, that's how it went, my lord. And I said, should he have challenges or need further assistance, he can then advise me accordingly.
Futhi ngathi kuma engahlangabezana nezinkinga mayelana nalokho angabuyela kumina.
Do you know if the case, do you know if he eventually opened the case as per your advice?
Uyazi ukuthi wayelivula icala njengoba wamilulekile?
No, I don't know that, my lord.
Cha angikwazi lokho.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you, Brigadier. I'm done with that statement. And then let's move on to statement number A173. It's the statement of Mlungisi Edward Hlophe. Which was commissioned on the 7th of April 2015.
173.
173, yes. Maybe we can have a look at this. Kotsodal. No, just give it to the witness. I want him to see the statement.
Yes, I've got it in front of me, my lord.
Can you check your copy with that one?
Yes, I've got it.
Thank you. Please double check mine if it's the correct one as well, with your original copy.
Yes, it is the same.
Brigadier, I'm asking you about this question as the investigating officer. If you have knowledge, if you don't have knowledge of the questions I'm going to put you regarding this statement, you just say so. There is no harm.
Understood, my lord.
Okay. Do you see this statement? It was written by Mlungisi Edward Hlophe.
Yabona ukuthi lesi statement sabhala uMlungisi Edward Hlophe.
Yes, my lord, I can see that.
Yebo ngiyabona lawo.
And it was, can you place on record the date when it was taken?
It was on 2015, 04, 07, so April,
yes.
And then the time was 1930.
Yes.
Yebo lesi statement ngiyabonakala ukuthi sasetha ngomhla 2015 04 shoot kwaku April ulanga ngomhla 7 ngo9:30 ntambama.
This witness, Brigadier, he has not yet testified, but if the state doesn't call him, he will be called by the defense to come and testify. Hence, I want you to comment on certain portions as the investigating officer.
I understand, my lord.
Ngicela ukuthi uphawule ngokuthize nanoma engakabizwa lo fakazi lona uma ukuthi ke istate asimbizi thina sombiza njengabameli babasolwa ukuthi azoletha ufakazi kodwa ngifuna ukuthi Phawule ngezinto ezimbalwa mayelana nalesi statement.
Is it correct that this statement was taken before you were appointed as the investigating officer when I look at the date.
Manje mase ngibuka le date le kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi lesi statement sathathwa wena ungakaqokwa njengozoba umphenyi kulolu cala.
That is correct, my lord.
Athi yebo kunjani.
Did you come across with this statement in your dockets, in the dockets that you received regarding this case at the time when you were appointed as the investigating officer?
Ngesikhathi ke uqoqa ukuthi uphenge lolu cala wahlangana yini nalesi statement ku docket oyiphethe?
Yes, my lord, it was part of the statements in the A section that were disclosed to me when I received the docket. But in addition, it also contained the one that was taken in my presence, which was alleged to be missing. So, but this, and I think there would have been two others, one or two, in addition to this one, also from the same person, Mr. Thorpe, basically indicating the same thing. So I did receive these statements with the dockets, my lord.
Yebo, ngasithola statement edocket thini lami kodwa ke futhi kukhona nezinye statement esingekuthiwa ke nje salahleka ngokhona statement ezinye azenza khuluma into iyona la ikhuluma kulesi statement uhlobo.
You say there are two more statements that the same witness made.
Uthi une statement ezinye imbili ezenziwa yilo first.
Yes, I'm saying in my recollection, my lord, one of them, my lord, is the one that was alleged that it was not filed and it was taken by me. And I think we dealt with it, that it was taken by Warrant Officer Mabuti, and then it's attached. But it's saying more or less the same thing, my lord.
Yebo kukhona njengoba sengisho ngishilo ukuthi khona le statement esathathwa yimina ekuthiwa lesi statement lesi sanyamalala kodwa i statement sabhala uProfessor Mabuti.
Captain Mabuti, actually.
Captain Mabuti kodwa ke wayekhuluma ngazo lezi zinto ezikhona kulesi statement.
Can you check for me that statement during lunchtime break so that we can finish with this one now? Then we'll check the second one during lunchtime.
Okay, my lord.
Okay. This statement, can you skip paragraph 1? Can we just name the paragraphs so that we won't confuse the record? The first paragraph, which says, I am an adult male, will be paragraph 1.
Okay.
The second paragraph, which starts with, on 2014-10, I can, that will be paragraph 2.
Okay.
The third paragraph, Tumelo Madlala told me, will be paragraph 3. And the next statement, beginning with I ask him, will be paragraph 4. Then I know and understand, it's paragraph 5. Okay. Can we skip the information contained in paragraph 1 because it refers to the particulars of this witness?
Yes.
And just go straight to paragraph 2, 3, and 4.
So should I read it?
Please,
should I read it to
please,
the record?
Brigadier.
In 2014-10, I cannot remember the date, but it's between the 27th and 28th after the death of Senzo Meyiwa. I contacted Tumelo Madlala using one of my cell phone mentioned above. I wanted to know from him what happened at the crime scene because we were receiving different information. So I wanted to know from him what happened. I was concerned about the incident because I am married to Senzo Meyiwa's sister, Noktula, so I am part of the family. Tumelo Madlala told me that Zandi had a fight with his boyfriend and Senzo tried to separate them and accidentally shot went off. I suppose they wanted to say accidentally the shot went off and Senzo got shot and died. I asked him who is Zandi. He then told me that Zandi is Kelly's sister. I was surprised to hear that. On the media, Tumelo said there was a robbery. That is all I want to state. Then is the oath, my lord, and it was commissioned by Captain Mtetwa on 2015-04-07, 1930, the time.
Uthi-ke lana uqala kuparagraph yesibili ngo-2014 ngo-October angisakhumbuli usuku kodwa kwakuphakathi kamhla ka-27 nomhla ka-28 emva kokubulawa kaSenzo Meyiwa. Ngase ngithintana noTumelo Madlala ngisebenzisa enye yezinombolo lezi sengikhulume ngazo ngaphambilini. Ngangifisa ukwazi kuyena ukuthi kwenzekani endaweni yobugebengu ngoba ngangizwe izinto ezehlukayo. So ngathi-ke ngifuna ukwazi kuyena kuma kuyena ukuthi kwenzekani ngoba khona okwakungithinta ngokuthi kwenzekani ngalolu suku ngoba ngishade nodadewabo Senzo Meyiwa uNokuthula. Ngase-ke ngoba mina ngiyilungu lomndeni wakaMeyiwa. uTumelo Madlala wasengitshela ukuthi uZandi wayeqabana ne-boyfriend yakhe and futhi uSenzo wazama ukubehlukanisa and-ke ngeshwa-ke kwadubuleka lapho and uSenzo kwasedutshulwa noseyashona. Asengimbuza futhi ukuthi ubani uZandi, wasengitshela ukuthi uZandi udadewabo woKheli and mina ngamangala ukuzwa lokho ngoba umekhuluma namaphephandaba nemedia uTumelo wathi kwakukhona-ke ubugebengu obenzeka ekhaya la kwaKhumalo. Ikona konke engikwazi engifisa ukukusho.
In your investigation, Brigadier, did you have any encounter with this witness, Mlungisi Edward Hlophe? Whether it's a meeting or whether it's a formal or informal meeting regarding this statement?
Ngisaqhubeka nophenyo lwakho akwahlangana noMlungisi Edward Hlophe.
And the information contained there too.
And futhi nanolwazi olula kulesi statement.
So, my lord, the answer is yes, but perhaps let's start from here, my lord.
Okay.
The investigating team that was dealing with this matter, my lord, they found no basis back in 2015. So I'll start there and then move to my engagement with Mr. Hlophe.
Where is that? Where is that they found no basis?
You'll find in the diary, my lord, because it was investigated. Remember, it was before my time.
Okay, can I see that diary?
Well, I'll look for it, and then I'll refer you to it. But it was followed up, my lord, in short. That's what I'm saying.
Well, mangathi gafisha nje yebo kwalandela.
Then second, my lord, fast-tracking to 2015-2016, this is where now I referred and I testify about this, that I was sent by General Nkomo and then the Acting National Commissioner, General Patlane, to go and inform the family that they will be coming to them and give them updates insofar as the progress of the case at the time, but also to assist with whatever that we can do. Now, in that meeting with the family, because I was not the investigating officer, my lord, I did not have this docket, and I did not know that this statement that we just read now was in the docket, as I was not the IO, my lord. So the family brought it to attention when I went. I think there were about 9 members of the subs.
Sorry, when was that?
That was in 2016, my lord. We dealt with that aspect, I think, through...
Don't forget about dealing it before. Just tell me when was that?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, my lord, I'm repeating what I've said before, because I placed the statement of Captain Mabuti to say, I think Mr. Ramsipele took me through when we went there, what were the circumstances, I dealt with it. So what I'm saying is, it is here, I'll also find it. It indicates, my statement is there. I was even asked, my lord, as to why did I make the statement, and I said, the DPP felt that because there were these allegations that there's a statement by Mr. Hlophe which was seemingly a breakthrough on the case, which was not filed by me, which was not true, we should then address that issue. Subsequent to that, my lord, then I had to make a statement. I dealt with that part. So I'm just going back to say I dealt with it under that context. So when we then went to the Meyiwa's family, my lord, this information from the family side was brought to attention to say, we don't understand why there's difficulty in solving this case, because our son-in-law, this is now Mr. Hlophe, received this information from Mr. Madlala that there were no intruders. The deceased was shot by mistake. We then asked to meet Mr. Thorpe, and that is how now I came face to face with him. Not me alone, me with my colleagues. And then Captain Mabuti, in my presence, my lord, then obtained his statement, saying more or less the same things that have been said here. And I said, when that was followed up, under tremendous difficulty, I even indicated, my lord, previously, I was testifying here, I think under Mr. Ramsipile, that I had to go through Brigadier Modise, who was the investigating officer, because the witness then, Mr. Madlala, was refusing to talk to me, saying, no, we don't know you, who are you? So we had to ask the brigadier to allow us to convince him to talk to us in trying to establish this aspect. And eventually when he spoke to us, he refuted that aspect. And I moved further, my lord, and said, when then we have taken over this matter now, when I was identified, or rather given this matter to investigate as a lead investigating office, I also confronted him again on this aspect, and he refuted this aspect and said he never said it to Mr. Thorpe. So that's the context that I dealt with this statement, my lord.
Tonight, bengazi ukuthi kukhona lokhu kule document nanoma engangewu ngoba ngaleso sikhathi ngangakabi u-IO ngakusho ngangayo umphayi ngoba ngangithunyiwe ngaleso sikhathi ngithunye uGeneral Phehla ukuthi ngiye lapha emndenini ngiyobachazela ukuthi uqhubekani ngaleli cala futhi ke ngaleso sikhathi lesi statement lesingangakazi ukuthi si une statement esinjena nokuthi siqhubeka ngani ngoba ngangingekabi ngangaqoka njengomphenyi waleli cala kodwa lokho sakhuluma kabanzi ngesikhathi kukhulunywa nobaba uRamsipili ukuthi ngaya emndenini wakaMeyiwe la bafuna bangibuza ukuthi kanti yini kubonakala ukuthi akhona uthuko ekuphenyeni leli cala ngoba umkhwenyana wabo uyachaza ukuthi uMeyiwa wadutshulwa ngephutha kodwa ke lapho engagcina ngihambisambile sayo khuluma naye ulona ubabuhlophe leso statement ke sathathwa uMavute Mabute wathatha leso statement kodwa ke mase ngithi ngizama ukuyokhuluma naye lona uhlophe lona ngathola ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi ubrigadier owayephendele licwa ubrigadier Modise so saphuqela ukuthi sizomcela ubrigadier Modise ukuthi akube uyena omcelayo ukuthi akhulumisane naye ngoba wayenokusola engathandisisi ukuthi akhulume nathi kodwa ke sathi wathi mesemcela kwayima evuma ukuthi azokhulumisana nathi.
So my lord, the statement of Captain Mabut in relation to this explanation I'm giving, which I said we dealt with the other time, is marked A127. That is a statement in relation to the engagement with Mr. Thorpe, Mr. Edward Thorpe, in 2016. And my affidavit regarding the same circumstances that I'm explaining, it's A128 in the docket.
A what?
A128.
Okay. When you confronted Mr. Mlungisi Edward Hlophe regarding this statement, what did he say? Did he confirm? Did he deny? Did he change the statement? What was the position?
Manje uma nizokhulumisana noMlungisi Edward Hlophe mayelana nesi statement wathini ngaswasivuma wasala noma khona izinto ayefisa ukuthi zishintshe kusona?
No, my lord, I don't think we understand each other with consent. I did not confront Mr. Thorpe with any statement. When I was sent by the divisional commissioner at the time, this matter was not seized with me. I was not aware of the statement that was made to Captain Mthethwa in 2015. It was already in the docket, but I was not aware of it because I was not in possession of the docket. When I got to the Meyiwa's family, they then brought the information to us to say, yes, we understand the divisional commission and the national commission will come and visit us and give us an update. But here's a piece of information that we have that can assist in solving the case, and we don't understand why this case is not solved. Out of that information, my lord, the name of Mr. Thope gets mentioned as the one who spoke with Mr. Madlala. We followed that. I did not have the statement. I had no docket. So we followed that. This is the part when I said, you don't dismiss things, my lord, you investigate. So that exercise was to investigate the allegation that the family was saying. And indeed, we get to Mr. Thope. He confirms to us to say, yes, I received a call from Mr. Madlala who says the deceased was shot by mistake. My colleague, Captain Mabuti, then takes a statement from him to that effect, which I said, my lord, was never misplaced. It's in the docket. But when eventually we got to Mr. Madlala, because he says he heard it from Mr. Madlala, it's a hearsay. He was not there. Mr. Madlala refused it. He refuted it and said he never told him that. And I'm saying that was the first part where he refuted it. Then fast-tracking to the period when I took over the investigation as the IO. When I engaged Mr. Madlala, I confronted him again and he refuted that was not true, what was said, my lord.
I think some cousin now would you ngesikhathi ngithatha leli cala ngizolibheka ukhethe Mthetho azange ngichazele ukuthi khona istatement esinje kodwa kuma sengiya lapha emndenini wakwaMeyiwe ila kwavela khona leli gama leli ngoba ila engathola khona ukuthi lona ukuthiwa umkhwenyana wale family wayebatshele lesi statement lebachaza ukuthi cha wadutshulwa ngephutha and futhi ke yila engaphinde ngathola khona ukuthi kuvela leli gama leli likaHlophe kodwa ke lapho ke ilapho mase siyokhulumisana nalo Hlophe la kwathathwa khona lesi statement isithathwa uMavuti.
So for my understanding in the explanation that you have just given, when you followed up the information with Mr. Hlophe, he did confirm this information. It's only that when you approached Tumelo Madlala, Tumelo denied that information. Am I understanding you correctly?
Sisakahle yini umuthi umukhuluma noHlophe wasivuma lesi statement kodwa uthi musuyobuza uTumelo Madlala yena wakuphika.
Partly correct, my lord, in that yes, Mr. Thope indicated that he received such information from Mr. Madlala, but I was not confronting him with a statement. I did not have a statement. Okay. I was confronting him with the information I received from the Meyiwa's family, that he is in possession of this family, of this information. When we met him, he then disposed an affidavit indicating what is contained in this statement, which was then refuted by Mr. Madlala.
No, Tina Satuma Sia uHlophe uHlophe iloku okula statement esakuthola ke kodwa ke kwangakabi na statement ngaleso sikhathi thina ke sasikhuluma na ngakho noHlophe iloku esasikuthola emndenini lokho okwakuthiwa ke bakuthola ngumkhwenyana nomndeni.
Thank you, my lord. Can I ask that we take a long adjournment at this station?
Did Mr. Madlala testify?
Yes, he has testified.
And he was never confronted by either Mr. Mgumezulu, Mr. Mramasipidi, Mr. Mnisi, Mr. Nomalo.
I did.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Even Miss.
I did, my lord.
I remember vividly. In fact, this point was.
What did he say, Madlala?
Was first raised by me. He said he called him by some name. He said Umdala because he's older to me. Maybe he made a mistake. I did not say that to him on this aspect.
No, but did he deny that?
Yes, he denied it. Yes.
No, did he say Mr. Hlophe is not telling the truth? I never said that to him.
Yes.
Okay, fine. No?
I remember I confronted him.
Is
on
that
that
the
aspect.
evidence we have? Okay, fine.
But he was confronted with a statement that was proposed in the other document. Okay, the 375
Oh,
document,
the other document.
not this particular
Not
statement.
this one.
Yes, yes.
That's why I'm confusing things. So you're confronting him with the 375, Mr.
Yes, and that statement also had issues because it was not
Sir, you were
commissioned.
confronting him
Yes,
with the 375.
37501 of 2019.
You didn't confront him with the 675.
The 636.
636.
There are several 636s, my lord.
No, the one we are dealing with now.
I don't know this A number, my lord, but I did confront him with
Mr.
the
Mnisi, you confronted him with which docket?
I'm not so sure about the content, but contextually about the information that came from Mr. Hlophe, which
Okay, fine.
is the aspect of the evidence now, I think.
Mr. Numalo, which statement, which docket did you confront him with?
About this statement, my lord.
Yeah, is it 3636?
Yes, my lord.
636?
Yes.
Is it 636 which one he was confronted with?
We can verify that with the from the record, but my recollection is that it was 375,
Yeah, that's what
not
I
this
mean.
particular statement.
Yeah, I would have remembered. You must check it. You know, it surprises me that you were not there. Sure.
No. With 375 investigation, I was not there.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It just strikes me that he was confronted with 375, the other docket, which is not an issue here. Okay, so I see you're laughing. When should we come back?
At 2 o'clock, my lord.
2 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, fine.